Skip here. I've been working on this. This is like day number 6 or 7. What's the date today? I think the 6th day on this one. Anyway, I've got the power pod all set up. I can't pull it off of here because I've got it hooked up to some of that stuff here. But a power pod all set up with, this is the back end of an F-16, crashed F-16. Cut the back end of the fuselage off with the thrust vectoring nozzle. And ordinarily these servos would be sitting up about here somewhere. And this one actually would be underneath. But I moved them around and I shortened it up and I made my own push rods here, control rods, and moved a couple of the ball clevises. At first I was going with the control horns, and then I realized this is a swivel and it wasn't going to work with the regular horns, so it needed the ball clevis type. So we did that up, and now I've got it epoxy down, and I want to put a couple of band straps across both, and we're going to bind them at the bottom with a between a wooden piece, so it pulls up and it doesn't compress the foam. And now this here I've kind of put together here up at the top. I've got the receiver, or the satellite. Actually, this is the satellite receiver, so we can put this in a good position, and whatever else I need to put up here. I've got some other odds and ends over here that we're still going to work with. I bought this in the event that I wasn't going to be happy with the netting that I bought online, and still not sure. We haven't opened it yet, but I'll find out. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make my own for the airplane catch-up at the front, and that wouldn't be too hard. But this was $1.79 for the twine. You can always use this stuff anyway, even in my garden and stuff, tomatoes and stuff this summer. And then I've got something else going here that we just got today too. Got the netting and these today. And I was going to entertain the thought of putting some lights on this thing. So it's not one for an airplane, it's a car. But I like the fact that it has some blue lights. It's got I've got some of my own greens. It's got reds, and it's supposed to have like a sequencing where it rolls in a loop. And if I can get that working right, see if I can put some runway lights on this thing, that'd be kind of cool. So that's a thought. We'll have to see where it goes and what I've got, how it works. I've got to hook it all up and see what I have for options. But we're going to put some kind of lights on this thing. And let's see what else we got going here. That's the new stuff. And this here, I said I've got the satellite receiver up on the top. This is all connected, and I'm going to be able to put it up here. And depending which size battery I'm going to use, I'm going to have it on like a Velcro loop latch type, not the regular Velcro type, but the strong fasteners, and they hold real good. You can lift this whole thing up with the strength of those. But I'm going to have them in a couple different positions in case I need to move this forward or aft to get a decent CG on this thing and get a decent flotation. With the combination of the retracts from a drone, which are going to be used for a hook, a rescue device to get something that maybe's been turned over, and then the other one's going to be up here to raise or lower the net for incoming landings. Anybody that's going to be daring enough to try this, I know I'm going to try it. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you the rest of this. Okay, I've hooked these things up together. These are attached. Nothing sticks to this plastic, guys. I tried everything. So I ended up having to actually run some screws through to keep this top piece onto here. So in here we've got the battery. I can put it in just about any other size I want to. I can lighten it up if I'm feeling that it's got a little bit too much of a list to it, or I can add weight to that side. But over here, let's see. Over here I've got the main receiver, and then I went ahead and affixed my ESC to a nice sized piece of aluminum here. It's a heat shrink or heat sink from an old video card from a computer. So that fits nicely in here like that, and with the thing closed, it's got enough cooling and enough aluminum that's going to be drawing heat right off of the top of this ESC. I took the top of the ESC plastic and stuff off so that I could put metal to metal. And then the wires just run out the back side here. And I'm waiting for the extension wires that I've got to make. That's going to run up to where, so I can put this forward up in its position where it's going to be. But for now, we can at least just try this out and give it a try. Let's turn my radio on. And what I wanted to do here, let's see, this one here is going to be the, okay, this is, we're going to use the elevator for trim. Okay, you keep the nose down or have to bring it up, or, you know, for whatever conditions that we're sailing in. And then, of course, rudder for steering. Now, I've also got a rudder on the back. You'll see on the back of the, over here on the bottom of the float. And that does work, and it's going to be wired into the Y, so they'll work simultaneous with each other. And this can be flipped up in the event I'm going to use it on snow or on another surface. I can just flip the rudder up, and it'll still flip around, but it won't be down on the bottom, so it won't drag or get damaged. So let's see, what else we're going to do. A couple masts. I know I'm going to figure out some kind of a windsock. We're going to have a windsock, and I want to find a little tiny United States flag, like the kind that they wave around and you give $1 for or whatever, you know, when they stop you on the road. I don't mind doing that. You know, I end up with it usually. I'd rather have the flag than the candy balls anyway. But let's get this fired up here. I can't get the motor going right now unless I really put this up and through there, but it's going to be so much easier when I just plug it in and move these up where I want to. But right now I want to check my control surfaces and see if this is bound up and if it's going to work. So let's plug it in. And it appears like it works pretty good. We've got back here, we've got, I'll get the camera here a little closer so you guys get to see this. Yeah, we've got left and right. And I left enough bend room up at the top there so we wouldn't have a bind problem with that either, because these aren't exactly ball clevises on the servos either. So, but that seems to work. And elevator adjustment, and both of them seem to be reversed, so I'll have to switch that on the radio, but that's not a problem. And then this would be throttle and this would be taken off right now. This is glued like you wouldn't believe inside here, guys, so we're not going to have any more of that junking off. You know, I hit the back of that cabinet there and it dropped down and hit poor Willie. Anyway, looks like it's bound. Everything's looking pretty good here, guys. This is going to be a very good heat sink here, because this ESC actually is pretty good. It'll run 4S, even though it's only a 30 amp ESC. It'll run 4S. It gets hot real fast. This heat sink, I think, is really going to help with that problem. So, and we got the semi-waterproof cases here, water resistant, not waterproof, of course, but you know, keep splashes and stuff from getting in there. And then with the satellite idea, we've got the diversion, and it's going up into its own little case here, so it's away from all the electronics, and this should be a good deal. So all buttoned up and together, guys. We got this thing all working. Should be a wild ride. If the thing starts going too fast and it starts to achieve flight, you know, simply trim down, right? Let's get that nose back down. Cool, right? Go on and catch a little air, you know, should be fun. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to get the rest of this going and together probably, and we'll start working on it tonight. We got more stuff coming for it tomorrow, though. The wires that I need to finish up this so I can put the main stuff, the little building. See, I got the little windows here. I'm going to put LEDs probably just in the back of there, and we'll have like little lights shining through the windows. So anyway, should be pretty cool. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon. Okay, Garmin, stop recording.